Hey guys, in this video we'll talk about working with batteries. How to test them, whether they're working, and what their capacity is. We'll also discuss whether it's worth using old batteries in certain devices. For example, I have two batteries on my desk. They're from screwdrivers I recently repaired. So, I took two samples. One still works, and the other doesn't. I've marked the broken ones with a red cross. These batteries are from Samsung. How can you tell if a battery is working? Let's start with the simplest. Set the multimeter to measure voltage. Next, check to see if there's any voltage on the battery. As you can see, the multimeter shows 0. If it shows 0, it's completely discharged or not working. Next, we'll need a laboratory power supply to apply voltage to the battery and check if it's charging. I set the current to 300 milliamps, but up to 700 is possible. The voltage is initially 2 volts. Then, using alligator clips, I press them against the battery and see if there's any current draw. If there's no current draw, the battery is faulty. As you can see, there's no power consumption, meaning it's time to dispose of it. Our next battery is still working, so let's check it. It's also a Samsung. Let's check the battery voltage. As you can see, 3.9 volts means the battery is approximately 70% charged. The working voltage range for batteries is 3.7 to 4.2 volts. At 3.7 volts, the BMS board should disconnect the battery from the load. If the battery operates at low voltages, it will quickly fail. Likewise, if the battery charge exceeds 4.2 volts, the battery will quickly fail. Let's check the next battery. If its voltage is between 3.7 and 4.2 volts, you can insert this battery into a power bank and charge it to 100%. Then, begin testing its discharge. I measure the discharge rate because the useful capacity can be 1000 mAh when discharged, but it will be 1500 mAh when charged. This means some of the energy is lost during charging, dissipating as heat. If your battery is discharged and its voltage is less than 3.7 volts, you need to raise it to the minimum voltage of 3.7 volts and only then insert it into the power bank to fully charge it. So, our goal is to raise the battery voltage so that the power bank's charge control board recognizes the battery. If the battery voltage is lower, the board won't charge it. For this, a laboratory power supply comes in handy. Since it's 3.9 volts, you can immediately insert the battery into the power bank. As you can see, it shows 81% charge. Now we need to fully charge the battery and then check for discharge. There are special devices that measure battery capacity. They also show current consumption in real time, which is a pretty important tool when diagnosing phones and these batteries. It's not expensive. I'll leave a link to the AliExpress website under the video. You can buy it if you need it. So, we need 3 devices for diagnostics. 1. A current meter. 2. A power bank. And 3. A laboratory power supply. There are also special devices that charge and discharge batteries faster, but they are much more expensive. I'm currently charging the battery, and the current is 730 milliamps. That's it. I've charged the battery to 100% and reset the capacity meter. Now I can connect my phone to the power bank via the meter and see how much capacity the battery delivers. As you can see, the charging current is 1.25 amps, and the phone is charging. Now all I have to do is wait. and the meter will do the work and calculate how many amp hours the battery can deliver. The battery is completely discharged, so let's see how much power it's delivered. As you can see, it's 454 milliamp hours, and the power bank says it's at 0% charge. It could still be used in other applications, such as flashlights or other electronics where power isn't as important and the draw is low. You could put 4 of these batteries in this power bank, and it would be enough to charge a phone to 50%. This is how I test batteries and diagnose their condition and performance. Good batteries are those that deliver at least 1000 milliamp hours, while excellent ones are those that deliver 1500 milliamp hours or more. I believe the minimum required for use in, say, a screwdriver is 1000 milliamp hours. The battery takes in 670 milliampere hours of energy and delivers 450. As you can see, some of the energy is lost. I also forgot to mention self-discharge. If you measure the battery voltage after a full charge, it will be around 4.2 volts. You can also write down the battery voltage at full charge. Then leave it for a few days and then measure the voltage again. If the voltage is roughly the same, it's considered healthy. If the battery discharges to 3 volts, it's best to throw it away. Otherwise it will discharge adjacent batteries if you use multiple batteries. As you can see, this particular battery can only deliver 450 milliamps. It's no longer practical for serious equipment, but it can be used in other devices that don't require such high capacity. This is how I test batteries, both new and used. Well, friends, I hope the video was helpful. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss new videos. See you soon. Bye.